they also have ties to a couple of countries. May not say them because they might blow up my phone, but you catch my drift. Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacted Show. I'm your host, Wafiq or Feek, with my co-host, my other host.
Co-host Day to Day in the building. Welcome back to 109. We're almost getting to that 110.
And then,
You know, we're also getting close to 100 at that subscriber count. Make sure you guys keep subscribing, keep engaging in the content. Whether it's the full podcast, you can get that anywhere you listen to your podcast outlets, your TikToks, IG Reels. If you don't want to listen to an hour and a half of us, yep, I'm sorry about that. You can go to the IGs, you can go to the TikTok channel and engage in those little nuggets of content as well. So we appreciate everybody's support nonetheless. And if you want to support us monetarily, make sure you go in that link in the chat below. Sorry, I was thought about to sneeze, but you go in the link in the description below. You can donate. That's 5 cents, 17 cents a day, $5 a month. So you can send that the redacted way. But today, we don't really have a lot to talk about, but there's some big major bombshell that happened from the last episode we just had, which we're going to pretty much get straight into because we did tell you guys if any other news happened regarding this Netflix Warner Brothers merger. Not even a merger, it's an acquisition. I don't even think it'd be Netflix Warner Brothers, but Paramount jumps in the bitch and is like, nah, I want the whole load. Give me all of them.
that's a little crazy. I was going to not say nothing, but that was a little crazy.
Well, Paramount pretty much trumps Netflix original $82.7 billion. That's billion with a B dollar new offer, and I think the offer
it was like
Paramount
102 or 105.
It was like 100 some billion.
Yeah, the offer they offered was like 102 or 105.
Which, when the difference between Paramount's and Netflix's deal was, Netflix, as we talked about earlier, they only wanted their kind of media division excluding linear television. Paramount, they want everything. Give me that television, give me that Discovery, all of it.
And specifically CNN.
That's
the big one they want outside of HBO and the other things they have incorporated with Warner Brothers streaming. The big one they want is CNN. And there is a very high reason for that. It's because the people over Paramount, who is the Ellison family, I'm not going to act like I know everything about them. I just know what I've seen briefly from looking at a few articles, but they're, from what I can tell, not the best people. In layman's terms, they are buddies with some of y'all's president. But they did have a thing saying like, oh yeah, if they acquire CNN, they would like do favors for people in that political party, which goes against quite a few laws if I can think of some. And so that's just one thing that's kind of like, they also have ties to a couple of countries. May not say them because they might blow up my phone, but you catch my drift. They got ties to a few people. So it's almost like, which I guess is comparing like, do you want propaganda and people that really destroy movies? Because even outside of the crazy stuff, Paramount itself is not that good when it comes to original content. Like the original content they have mainly is like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They are over Transformers, sadly, which I just despise.
Well, because that's more just like they just own Hasbro. So like anything Hasbro, the Transformers, G.I. Joe,
yeah,
all that, Care Bears, all that.
Yeah,
and
so
we know how that is.
Yeah, so it's almost like which even do you want the people that are awful or do you want the people that are like bad? And Netflix is bad, but Paramount's worse. So if I actually had to choose a side, I would definitely say Netflix. Even though you probably they have backtracked the statement saying no, we do want to do theatrical releases and all this stuff. So I mean, all this stuff. I can say what I want. I'm not the person in the room writing these deals and everything, but I'm giving my opinion regardless.
Yes, and as I give mine as eloquently as I can, this is bad. This is bad on so many levels because to make to sum it up, we're gonna have one person over essentially all like the major news channels. So right now, Paramount they own their CBS and I think MSN. No, that's Peacock, or I guess that's NBC. But still,
Yeah.
they own CNN. They can determine, which they already got ties with Orange Man in that Oval Office, so they can just control whatever news they want. The news already, people feel like they can't trust it because it's just fear mongering, especially in today's heightened society with everything going on. You can't find any good source of news. Now you try to monopolize the news on top of monopolize the media and the content that we're getting is just a recipe for disaster on top of just a very incompetent studio in Paramount
Exactly.
that I'm still stuck on how you have a Halo series with Master Chief showing his face 90% of the time and mad why people don't want to watch it. That is not my Master Chief. That is not John 117.
You know what gets me? And I feel like I've talked about this before, but it just every time I think about it, I just get angry. Like this is a tangent. Transformers One, that movie, they did no marketing for it. And then when it came out, people were like, "Oh, this shit is actually like really good." Where the hell they're like, why am I just hearing about it after it's been out for like a week? It's because people like what TikTok people do. They make edits about stuff. So people were making edits. They were like, "Oh, they said this was in the movie. Why ain't nobody tell me?" Because their marketing was so bad. Their marketing was like they were. It wasn't like they were marketing teenagers. It's like they were marketing like 3-year-olds, which is like terrible. I'm not gonna say it's terrible, but it's terrible.
It is
Um,
bad.
And then it's like you had this big push of people saying, "Oh, this is I'm one of the that's one of the best Transformers movies made, live action or animated. It's one of the best. It's not the best, but it's one of the best." But you have all these people saying, "Oh, this movie's great," all this other stuff, and you're just like, "Yeah, we're not gonna do a second one, regardless of what y'all say." Like what? And now
Right.
you talk about you want to. Granted, I will go watch it if this does happen. Now you talking about, oh, we're gonna bring back Michael Bay and all the old cast members, all this other stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but at the same time, it's like
That's not what we asked.
you
That's not
milking
what
a
we
drained
want.
cow. Like,
Exactly.
what are we doing, bro? Give me. I need some. I don't care. I'm not gonna say I don't care about time travel, but if you do the time travel thing, I don't care about that. If you do just they older and everything, it's like this story like it's played out at this point.
It is. Like the whole multiverse, you see what Marvel doing, and it's just like, come on, guys, let's get with the program. So Warner Brothers is just kind of sitting pretty, like, oh, I got two people fighting over me. I can just sit here and be the cute woman on the bench whole time. We got niggas fighting over women and stuff, but that's a
Warner
whole
Brothers
other.
DMs jumping right now. Ooh, Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers did.
Warner Brothers got out that relationship. They posted something about it. Everybody said they said, "Oh, you ain't post them no more, huh?" Okay,
Hey, Paramount trying to put. No, I'm playing.
tonight. Oh
Oh
man,
my gosh, Shannon is a crazy person. Nah, but all in all, to kind of get this back on track, like just we already thought Netflix was just this was bad. Paramount, if this happens, this is even worse. And then this is just gonna swing because this hell, who's to say Disney, the mouse, don't jump in this bitch and it's like
Nah,
150 billion on everything.
they got their own problems with what they did you see? Well, I'll bring it up after this topic, but they got their own problems that they gonna have to sort out soon, very soon.
I didn't see that, but yeah. Let us know what you guys think about this this back and forth with Paramount, Netflix deal, Warner Brothers. Who ends up buying it? Does anyone end up buying Warner Brothers?
They need to
Does
just file
Disney
for
come in with a
bankruptcy.
fat ass check and is like, I'm shutting all y'all up and slapping straight bankroll in y'all face? Now we got Spider Man making movies with Superman.
Bruh. Yeah. But yeah, let us know what y'all think. So next topic, I just thought about it because you mentioned Disney. So I don't know if you saw Disney has invested $1 billion into OpenAI, and they're
I
allowing
didn't
them
see that.
to use like any of the I think any let me see. I'm gonna read right here. Disney has signed a deal with OpenAI and invested $1 billion into the company. Sora will now be able to AI generate videos based on animated, masked, and creature characters from Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars. Curated selections of AI generated videos will be released onto Disney Plus.
So are they? Is they're saying they're getting basically an AI animation studio? Is that what I'm hearing?
I guess effectively they're gonna be having. I don't know how it's gonna look, but they're gonna have, I guess, an AI section on Disney Plus now. Once this, I guess, it gets going, and then they're gonna have AI generated videos with their. It sounds like every type of character except for real people, because I can see why, because that would come into like likeness licensing and I don't know trademark stuff that I don't know in depth, but that's because what I can see happening. But yeah,
This is this is very interesting. Uh, as someone that is, in layman's terms, kind of dealing with AI right now, um, this is bad because you're putting out. This is just taking jobs from people, real creatives on top of license. Like even if it's just the animation side, it's all this AI media stuff is just not good. I don't know if you've seen on YouTube because they'll have like these AI generated commercials for I don't know if it's sports betting or it's some shit. Those
it's
commercials
sports
are
betting.
terrible.
It's sports betting.
Yeah,
It's
and then it's just
underdog.
AI.
It's underdog sports betting. 'Cause I'll see that AI video and I always just be like, "This is so
This
ugly."
is
It makes
nasty,
me so just like, ugh.
slimy. So I'm just like, I don't know what it is. Like, hopefully, there's people that can educate me and V on like the perks of like the pros of this, because I'm always just seeing how this is not good for the industry. Like you're taking jobs away from creatives. You're creating content with people already have very strong opinions about, like the stuff in the content that it's making isn't at a point where it's just good. Like unless you got AI videos where it's looking one to one. Like if there's an AI video of us that and it looks just like this, they're talking just like us, one to one, you won't know the difference. They're still doing that now, but you're dealing with licensing issues. You're dealing with name, image, and likeness reasons, suing all these other people. And it's just not good. Disney already is in some hot water dealing with their VFX people earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine how this is kind of splintering that relationship now. I wouldn't be surprised if they just get OpenAI um, to OpenAI to start doing all their VFX shit.
That shit gonna be looking hideous. It's gonna look like what opening was it for that Marvel show? It was a Marvel. It was either
It
was
was Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion. When I
That
saw
whole
that
thing was
intro,
AI.
I said, "Ooh, this is
Bad.
this is not good." So it's gonna be interesting. Like if I had to look at it from the perspective of like a creator that I won't call it, well, somebody that uses it, I could see where it could be helpful, but at the same time, it's like I think it always depends on the context. If it's writing or not drawing, if it's doing everything for you, it's like to me that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Really using it in general is not good. Like I don't really want to see that, but I'm just thinking like if you had to use it in your work, if it's like cleaning up, say, a panel, because you just can't figure out how to do it, then okay, maybe. I mean, I still wouldn't support it, but okay. But it's like if it's drawing, animating entire scenes for you, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah.
Get that slop off my screen, man.
Yeah, it's just no one. I think it's. I don't know anyone that's asked for this. That's not a corporate big head or just thinking about the money aspect of this. Like
They the only ones.
they're the only ones,
They're the
and I
only
don't know.
ones.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in these meetings that is making these people make these decisions on this OpenAI stuff, how it benefits the company, whether they're saving some. Because it's going to cost you an end because no one's going to pay to watch this. Or you're going to upcharge. Well, yeah, you're making them pay through their subscriptions if you're putting it through your Disney Plus avenue because you damn sure ain't putting this shit in movies. Well, at least not yet. Now, at this point, you might soon.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, dog. It's just, it goes back to protecting the not even just the actors, but just the people in these creative fields, like the actual artists, the designers, the people working in these VFX industries and things of that nature. Like my heart goes out to them because I'm sure they're seeing this and it's like, really, dude, you
It
serious?
yeah, it ultimately you said the right thing. Ultimately, and it all boils down also to the right people aren't in these rooms making the decisions. And that goes for like almost it seems like it's for almost every industry outside of maybe like even a lot of tech ones. But it's like you have these but mainly the creative ones, you have these people that don't know nothing about video effects. They don't know nothing about gaming. They don't know nothing about music. They don't know nothing about all this stuff, but they got these positions because, oh, they're so good with numbers. No, that nigga not. That
Or
motherfucker
he
not
might
good
be,
with
but
numbers.
he's not. He doesn't know how these numbers correlate with the IP or the uh just the space that they're in. Like it goes back to our biggest gripe where we have directors, screenwriters that are introduced into this world, i.e., Star Wars, Acolyte. I'm talking about y'all. Y'all had these people in these shows, in these IPs that don't know shit about what they're writing, but because they give you a good idea, they're like, oh well, I want to do my own spin on it. No,
Yeah.
stop.
And the thing is, even if you don't, and the difference is, even if you don't know about the um thing you're working on originally, if you put in the effort to learn about it, then it makes sense that you're making this because you put in the effort to say like, oh, if I go in and I don't know shit about Sailor Moon and I want to be like, oh, I'm gonna write a Sailor Moon comic or I mean, Sailor Moon story. If I don't know nothing about Sailor Moon and how they powers work and all this other stuff, and I just start writing off the wall, people gonna be like, why the hell is he writing the story? But if I go in and be like, okay, what's all the stories I need to read to understand the basic knowledge of Sailor Moon and everything that's going on? What's all the basic knowledge I need to know about the music industry? What's all the basic knowledge I need to know about the movie industry? But they're not doing no effort. They're just like, I got this position, so I'm gonna crunch these numbers and I'm gonna sign off on this because it makes sense to me. Like, what are we talking about, bruh?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just like, what are we talking about? Speaking of what are we talking about? Moving on to the next topic, which is the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. So moving on to the anime space. It's early day, guys. It ain't that early. It's like 12,
Oh, say it's midday.
I'm still waking up. I literally just got out of bed.
You still waking up. Look,
Anywho, talking about the Jujutsu Kaisen movie that came out a couple weekends ago. I think the first weekend of the month.
yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Takes place pretty much between the transition period of the Shibuya incident,
Yes,
which they
sir.
played at for the first half, and then leading right into the start of the Cullen Games arc.
Correct.
And I'm not going to talk about the Shibuya incident. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. Your life will be changed. There's enough content talking about that. We're going to talk specifically about the new shit. So we know, I was about to say Gojo. Well, Gojo is sealed. We know Itadori is pretty much, his execution got basically pushed up. They're like, nah, he needs to die today.
Yeah,
The
it got
board is
removed.
like, all y'all niggas are a menace to society, because we knew the board didn't like Gojo because he was doing his own thing, and they were just waiting on him to kind of get moved from the picture because they know they couldn't light a candle to him.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Gojo is he's the nuclear deterrent. He's the red button where it's like nobody does anything if Gojo is moving.
Yeah.
So, and that's what they kind of showed a lot in when you watch the first season and all the other seasons. Even when they showed him as a kid, they're like, it tells you in the story. It's like once he was born, everything in that society changed. Everybody's like, oh, we got the second coming of the sun here now. It's like so yeah, so Gojo got sealed. Yuji, his execution order got pushed up. The principal's execution also got pushed up because they said he was in cahoots with Gojo, and they're pretty much at the end of the day they're blaming the whole Shibuya incident on Gojo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which it's not like, I
Yeah,
don't know
it's
how they can do that outside of just straight hate. They just don't like him. I'm like, there's nothing about that incident that has anything to do with Gojo outside of the fact that the person that orchestrated the whole thing was taking the possession of Geto's body. That's not even him.
yeah.
Which we don't even, or at least I don't know at this point of the story, because I'm an anime only guy. So I don't know. We don't know who that is, because he's lived so long. He's taken so many forms. Unless they reveal who that is in the manga.
Well, they said the most you get honestly is that when Chozo said his name at the very end when he was like Noritoshi, that's just one of
Yeah.
his names, but it's he's just evil, bro. I don't know how to say, like he's just evil, but and there's a reason he's doing this, but it tells you kind of later on um exactly why. But yeah, Noritoshi is his name for right now. Other name was, I don't know why my mind's going blank, but yeah. And then we also learned that during the beginning that Yuta is the designated executioner for Yuji. And so the pretty much the beginning of it starts off with Choso, and Yuji together. They're exercising cursed spirits, and then they kind of find out through some events that occur that, oh yeah, Yuji has been designated for execution because Yuji hasn't been back at school at all this whole time. Once it ended, Yuki came and talked to him. Yuki's the other special grade sorcerer, like it's similar to Gojo, so she's special grade. And then she kind of lets them know that, oh yeah, I was watching kind of everything unfold, but I was letting Gojo do his thing because I don't want to. She was like, look, at the end of the day, I'm not on anybody's side, but I was just gonna watch and hope that he
Yeah.
just figured this shit out.
So we see all that display, and pretty much the fight scene. So we also are introduced to the Zenin clan again. We know that no, Naobito,
You talking about the dad?
Yeah,
Naobito. Yeah, Naobito Zenin. He's the head of the Zenin clan. And if y'all remember during Shibuya incident, he's the one who got barbecue chickened
barbecue chicken.
by J-
Uh,
Jesus Jogo.
Yeah, Jogo. There's too many Joe. I'm saying too many, but yeah,
Yeah,
he got lit up like a
yeah, he
match
got
in the
lit up.
night. So he's dead, and now there's a new there's an open seat in the clan now. So everyone's vying for that power. We know the Zenin clan, they make shit shake. So if you're the head of that clan, you're that nigga. So the will is red because we're introduced to.
You're
I was
introduced
looking at
to
their family tree, but
you're introduced
Noya,
to Naue.
Naue, and
Naue Zenin, who's his son. You're introduced to you're introduced to Toji's brother. I forgot his name. It's not important. And then you're introduced to Naobito's brother, who is also Maki's dad. Maki and Mai's dad.
mhm.
Yeah.
and Megami comes in because in the will it pretty much says like anything that was in Nobito's possession, all his rights, go to Naue, unless Megami. What do you say? Like Megami is still alive?
Yeah. It said unless Megami is alive, but then Gojo is not, I think, present anymore.
Yeah, it was
I,
one of
I,
those like
it it
weird
was
caveats.
worded like that, or it was word. I know it was worded with Megami is alive, and then it was either had the Gojo clause or it had like if he's pretty much just about mastered his technique. I'll have to
The
like look
Gojo
up,
clause is crazy.
bro. He's a clause, bro. He's first round draft pick clause, bro.
He did. He literally is the Gojo clause because when he was around, you just brought it up. Nuclear, but if Gojo here, you don't move unless he say jump. Now that nigga sealed, we can do whatever we want to. Cause who gonna stop us? But so we're introduced to that, and
Yeah, it
now
was the
wait,
Gojo clause. My bad to cut you off. It was like if
you're good.
Gojo is incapacitated in any form as
Yeah,
well.
which
So
we
yeah,
know he's sealed. Dang, I wonder how that's gonna look when he comes back eventually.
I can't even tell you, buddy. I've no thoughts.
But we're introduced to Naue, who, oh my gosh,
The
so
misogynistic.
misogynistic freak dog. Not even freak. He's just nasty.
He the
Nasty
Andrew
who
Tate
he
of
is.
JJK.
Hmm?
I said he's the Andrew Tate of JJK.
Yeah, he's bad.
He is red pill. He is them red pill niggas.
He is. The only problem is he has the hands to back it up. Like when we introduced that nigga power, because this also made me remember Nobito's kind of what was it like frame by frame fighting
Yeah,
he did.
yeah. It's like frames per second. So he has like 60 frames per second, 24 frames per second style. I don't know how to explain. He jumps through images, and technically, I think it's like if when he touches you, it gets a certain frame, and then he can like knock you out the frame. It's weird. I don't remember all the exact details when I was reading, but yeah, that's kind of we'll say frames per second fighting.
Yeah,
So
frames
that's how
per
he
second
moves so
fighting.
fast.
Well, now he pretty much has that on 20 because
Yeah,
he was mixing them niggas up. He was
bro.
mixing Chozo up, dude. I'm like, I don't know. You better be lucky you're one of them blood room paintings. Because if you was a regular human, you'd be done. Packed up. Packed up. So that fight was insane. But the fight before that, Yuta and Yuji was a great fight. And then because Yuji just kind of seeing how powerful he is, I'm like, oh shit, like he's damn near like Gojo. It's just Gojo. He's just unlimited energy. Yuta, he's just got a lot. He just got a big ass tank.
That's the thing. Yuta probably has, I think outside of maybe outside of what Mekamaru had, pretty sure Yuta has the most cursed energy like of everybody. And the only difference is since he doesn't have like Gojo technique, because Gojo he uses cursed energy, but as he fight, it don't really go away. It just stays. It stays like subtle. So he box you for 30 hours. He used like 10%, even though he don't got as much cursed energy because the
And
six
that's
eyes
because of
help him
his
regulate it.
infinite void or his six eyes.
Yeah, the six eyes help him.
Could you imagine
And
you had the six eyes on top of that curse?
that's a nuke. Now that's a nuke. Boy. But yeah, you see Yuta appear, and I'm really glad how they showed him appear because in the it's been 1-to-1 pretty much with the story. They have added a lot. They've taken out a few things. Like when they were fighting in the street, him and Yuji, there is a specific scene that I was waiting for. They didn't do when um when Yuji goes through that Jeep and gets that knife after he breaks it, usually throws a car at Yuta. Like full on pick that bitch up and launches it. Just to emphasize how strong he is. They didn't do that. I said, fuck. I said, because that whole so live to me. Just him just picking up a car and launching that bitch.
I
So
think
they
that's
didn't.
like a good show of strength too, because
Yeah,
ain't a lot of niggas just taking cars and throwing them at them.
exactly. So they didn't have that, but they added in that at the end of the fight when they fell into that theater. I said, boy, what is this?
So that scene was all new.
Yeah, even the cursed spirits in the background, like the cursed spirits they kill at the beginning, those were kind of there. But the ones in the background as they were fighting, those I don't remember those there at all, like at all.
Mm.
So it's been good. It's been a good show of scale they've been providing, I'll say.
Nah, it is. I like that. And then when I watched the movie, they were talking about the Culling game rules. They sped through those like fucking
I can tell you.
hours, frame per second. Yeah. So please, for the audience, you can tell us the rules of the game. So when the season starts in January,
So the Culling game, and
know what to watch.
I'm also pull up the rules as well just to make sure I have everything right. So pretty much after awakening, a curse technique. So if you remember during the Shibuya incident, Geto was saying that when he did the idol transfiguration, that's what that big symbol was in the sky after he absorbed Mahito. He pretty much activated people he marked previously that had potential to be curse users or just sorcerers. And then he also woke up past sorcerers. So Yusi has been reincarnated sorcerers during
So
the
he
Culling
brought
game.
people back from the dead. Well,
Not from the dead.
reincarnation is different, but so I guess
Yeah,
they come back in the form of someone else, but it's still their essence.
exactly. Yeah, so you have reincarnated sorcerers. So pretty much at the beginning of it, anybody he's marked or that's reincarnated, they all are activated. Um, and then they have a choice within 19 days to decide if they're going to participate or not. If they decide they're not going to participate, their curse technique is removed. Number 3, any non-players that enter the barrier become players at the moment of entry and shall be considered to have declared participation. So it's going to be pretty much different sections around Tokyo, Japan, whatever, that are culling game spots. So you have like, I guess say arenas in the culling game. So there's multiple arenas. And then you pretty much get points by killing other players. That's how you get points. You get points by killing other players, and the points I believe are decided by like how high level the person is, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So the points are determined by indicating the person's value. So person sorcerers are 5 points. If you're not a sorcerer, you're worth 1 point. And then if you get 100 points, you can make a new rule into the games. It just has to be approved by like the game master, who's Geto, but it has to be approved. Most of the rules be getting approved anyway, but that's neither here nor there. But
You're like, we have yet to find a rule that was not approved.
yeah. So, and then I'm I'm trying to think. I think that's pretty much all of them. That's the main ones. It's you could think of it as like Hunger Games and other stuff. You go in there with your technique. You kill people to get points. You get 100 points. You can make rules, and then also the thing is once you enter the arena or you declare for the culling game, you get teleported randomly in there. So you just get dropped. It's like Fortnite. You just get teleported in. You don't know where you're gonna be. You just spawn in.
What was some towers that was in Fortnite of Sky
Oh,
Booty Towers?
I can't remember.
I can't go to the towers. Interesting. Okay. Now, basically, Jujutsu. I'm sure a lot of people are making a comparison to like Jujutsu Kaisen Hunger Games, but it's probably a lot more deadly. It sounds more deadly than that. And for what you've been saying, Shibuya was just the start
Oh,
of
bro,
the massacre.
y'all don't know. And to also say, there's also curses in here too. It's not just humans fighting or humans and non. It's not just sorcerers and non-sorcerers. Sorcerers, non-sorcerers, curses. It's a whole bunch
So
of stuff.
what is Chozo? He's a curse.
He's a cursed womb. So he's pretty much he's a human and curse put together.
Okay.
He's like you could say he's a physical curse because that's technically what that's technically what Yuji is. I was like, did they
You're
say that
trying to
already?
see
But
that
yeah,
spoiler?
no, it's not because that's why Chosen was like, oh, he's my brother.
Yeah.
But then you also see
Yuji is my brother.
you also see, which is something I don't know if everybody caught, but you should have. They kind of emphasized it when they showed that flashback of Yuji as a baby.
Yes. Who was that woman? Was that his mom?
So yeah, that's his mom. But you see how his grandpa was like, I know you wanted a kid, but that's not who you think it is. And then did you see how her head looked?
Yeah, she had her face was pale than a bitch, and then
Yeah, but
she had the red markings on her forehead.
she had stitches on her head.
Oh, so that was Homeboy. Did Homeboy birth him? Holy shit! This nigga Yuji got birthed by the person, basically Ghetto's string master. Shit. I didn't even peep that. I just saw the red, and I'm gonna have to go back because then I'm like, when did Ghetto get possessed by Homeboy? Because
It wasn't until at the JJK Zero movie.
I was thinking that.
So that's why he said that stuff during Shibuya. He was like, oh, you didn't have I forgot her name. He's like, you didn't have her like get rid of like take care of the body. You actually did a burial. He was like, shit, thank you. He said that made my job a lot easier. I didn't have to find nobody. He said you gave me a great curse user to take their body over because you didn't destroy them. So yeah, he got him right after the Zero movie.
So in the Zero movie, that was actually Ghetto.
Yeah, that was real. That was the real. That was the real version. That was actually Gojo's friend. So Gojo actually killed him. Not Gojo. Yuta actually killed him, and then afterwards he died. Gojo did a burial, and then Noritoshi took over the body after that.
Damn. We got people trying to take over everybody. Sukuna trying to take over Megami. Ghetto getting taken over. Yuji technically still got Sukuna in his body right now, and he's on his last 25% of them fingers, or 80%. Actually, last 20%.
Yeah, because he got 15.
No,
so he just need 5 left.
Do math. Yeah, 25%. He got a whole. He got one hand left. Oh my god.
When I tell you, bro, the culling games, and I like this about JJK. The culling games, so much stuff be happening, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. But you feel the pressure of like niggas need to work hard. Niggas need to figure this shit out fast. You feel that pressure throughout the culling games, and I like that JJK to me is realistic when it comes to certain characters' deaths. Is like, damn, this motherfucker died. But we at war and still fighting. So I can't mourn you as much as I want to right now. I have to win first, then I can mourn a little bit. I kind of
Yeah.
like that feel of JJK. It's like it's not like, oh, they slatted, then we're gonna do a 3 episode flashback and backstory to say, oh, how much we love this character. It's like they slatted, get
All
back in
right.
the field.
Yeah. One Piece. We're talking to you. And 3 episodes is nice. It still usually like 10. But man, I'm excited. It's a lot of good anime coming out. We got Free Run Season 2 coming out next
Whew.
month. Uh, Jujutsu Kaisen. Also have some other ones that I'm blanking
We
the
got
name of.
Hell's Paradise season 2. We have Fire Force coming out as well later on in the year. We have there's another big one I'm missing and I'm just going blank right now. It's another returning one, and I don't know why I can't remember.
It's not Black Clover, ain't it?
Black Clover is coming. That's one that's coming back. It's not January though, but it's coming back. Um, I can't remember what it is.
But anywho, there's some good eats coming next
Exactly.
month and on. And we'll talk about this show because it needs its recognition and just the quiet kind of it's being kept under wraps right now because Disney doesn't want the show to do good, and that's Wonder Man. Wonder Man does come out next month. If it ever does, we haven't seen not a lick of trailer, not a lick of promo. Well, one teaser
I would say
in
one
like
at
a
one
TV in
that
a
one.
TV time spot and few things, but it's getting the Ironheart treatment right now. So when the show does come out, we as a collective people need to make sure you watch this. Now, if the shit bad, we gotta say it's bad. But if it's good, we have to promote it. We have to
Exactly.
put eyes on it. We gotta put recognition on it. So I'm sure it'll be good. Yahya Abdul is a great actor.
Exactly.
He got a good cast. I'm not sure what the fuck Wonder Man is gonna do in this new sort of lineage of her scope of Marvel heroes now, but it's an extra
I
character, extra body.
I got a question. So I am not that much familiar with Wonder Man. Like I know the character, but I don't know like everything he does. And one thing I looked at one time, I don't know, I didn't look in depth with it was that I guess his gimmick is like during a lot of major battles, he's in the background, but he's not
Mm-hmm.
recognized. I don't know. It was something I read about. I think that was him or it was somebody else, but I don't know a lot about Wonder Man in general.
Yeah, pretty much like Wonder Man is just another kind of Simon Williams. He was an actor who pretty much got powers out of nowhere. I won't say out of nowhere, but loosely falling. He's a main person in the West Coast Avengers, so you'll see him a lot in news. He's one of those like quietly kept most powerful beings in the Marvel universe, but I wouldn't say a gimmick character either. But he's just one of those like no one really kind of cares about him. Anywho, is another show. I'm sure this is a product of Phase 4. Like this was just one of those shows where it's like everybody gets a show. You get a show. Wonder Man, I don't even think niggas know who that is. You get a show too, because we're yeah. This is just a product of Phase 4 trying shit. They didn't have all the characters they need. Now they have all the characters that they want outside of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Now they're
But
silently it's like
so
they
now they
silently
just
shunning characters, which
handling
doesn't make
like,
sense.
oh, we hope y'all guys don't really watch this, but
Yeah.
it's coming out because we already made it and spent money on it.
And it don't make sense because you got these great actors in these roles. You got the best actors in these roles. We've been on these rants before, so I'm not gonna go in it again. But you got great actors in these roles, and you just don't give them work. And that goes back to motherfuckers that's in the room that shouldn't be. But okay.
Yeah, he's just like he has ionic energy manipulation.
Okay.
That's like the main thing that kind of separates him outside of like, invulnerability, power, recycling, flight, super durable. But so there is that. This is another one of those. Oh, this might be the most powerful character in Marvel that we'll never use again. Daenerys, I'm talking about you. But so moving on, we're gonna go into our like it, love it, redacted. Don't really have much outside of some Sinners news. So Sinners has won 8 awards from the African American Films Critics and Association for Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Director. The actor being Michael B. Jordan. Best Writing, Best Supporting Actress was Wunmi Mosaku, who was Smoke's love interest.
Yeah.
And Emerging Face Award, which was Miles Canton. That was Sammy. Best Music and Best Ensemble. We love this. So Sinners. I was sitting in the car yesterday and someone was like, "Oh, have y'all seen Sinners? This is a good movie." I didn't jump in the conversation because I didn't want to take it over, but it was just people saying, "Oh, I haven't seen it yet," but I saw like the first half of it on playing it. It was good so far. I'm just like, man, you don't even know. Sinners one of those movies. It's just a timeless classic. Like you can watch that, you can put that on any time of the year, and it's gonna that movie's gonna outlive its time.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize, and this movie has already gotten enough glazing, so I'm trying to be tame, but this movie, I don't think people understand the making of this classic. Like we're living in the pre-stages of the classic. This is how people felt when movies like I don't know,
like in Titanic.
like Titanic came out. I was about to say like Friday because I'm just like, there's no way a movie like Friday was literally a movie like a lightning in a bottle movie. It literally was just by some niggas on the side of the street on a Friday in South Central Los Angeles. You can't make a movie like that anymore, and it's gonna have that sort of effect on a community. Sinners is one of those movies. Just like niggas trying to have fun at a juke joint and vampires show up.
True.
You can't like that. That's just a level of creativity. Just literally a lightning in a bottle, and no matter how many, they could make a Sinners 2. It might be good. It won't be the first.
Exactly. Because the first will be because anything that's related to it, if anything does come out that's related to it, it will be looked at under such a microscope compared to the first one that even if it objectively is better, mostly everybody will find a way to say it's not. And that's just the harsh reality, I think, of making like
It is.
when people make actually classics. It's like, yeah, this new stuff good, but it ain't better than this first one.
Better than the first.
So
that's how really Black Panther was, and unfortunately, because I think all things considered, with Chadwick Boseman passing, God rest his soul, if he still was alive, there's no way the movie itself was still great. There's no way you could tell me like with Chadwick Boseman still being in that role, that shit would have made $1 billion. Like he was on a path to being the next face. They were going to hand him the keys, but oh man, that's pretty much it for our like little redacted. There's not really much news outside of the Paramount deal that we already talked about.
Oh, how'd you I guess like it lower redacted. Did you see the Supergirl trailer?
Oh shit, that did come out. I did not.
I was gonna say,
Didn't
how'd you
watch
feel
it.
about? They only showed like 1 second of Lobo, but
Oh, yeah, I did see a picture of Lobo, Jason Momoa. Oh, now I'm just remembering all this shit that happened. So the first thing, Supergirl teaser, first image of Lobo. I think Jason Momoa looks great. He was made for that. That's a fat ass cigar.
bro,
That
I
is a
thought that shit was his eyeball at first. When she came to the smoke, I said, "Why is eye glowing?"
that is a fat ass cigar. I love it, and he was made for this. Like we all know he was, but just finally putting image to like finally putting image to fantasy. Like this, they there could be no dialogue in this movie, and Jason Momoa is just gonna steal the show every time he walk in through that bitch on that motorcycle. Like he was made for this.
That's what I'm really waiting to see, the motorcycle. I need to see how that whole look.
And he's gonna be
But
there now. Like
but
I'm
yeah, I
hood, but
agree.
I'm freaking, I'm fragging, freaky frag.
But no, I agree. I really like the I think the trailer looked good. It was some people saying like it looks very Guardian of the Galaxy ish. Um I mean, I think it does a little bit. I think it does, like the scene they showed in the trailer. I think it does look like they're on nowhere, like in the club, like the Guardians was in. I think it does look like that a little bit. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't really care.
Well, she was on like if you because we know this movie Supergirl One Over Tomorrow is based on the it's supposed to be a 1-to-1 movie adaptation to Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, where at the beginning of that she's on a floating rock in like at a bar next to a
Yeah,
dying sun. So yeah, it's gonna look like she was in nowhere, and James Gunn is like, "Oh, this is about wheelhouse."
exactly.
Like I'm not. This ain't new to me. So we're gonna see. I'm sure throughout this whole movie, people are gonna make those Guardians of the Galaxy parallels because it's just gonna be a space kind of with the
Journey.
environment it's in. Yeah, space story with obviously coming of age of Kara, but who cares? That's just
Exactly.
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be shot great. James Gunn is gonna feel comfortable shooting a lot of these scenes because he's done it before with Guardians. And as long as he stays true to the comic, and it's not like he's changing stuff, which we know James Gunn is a perfectionist when it comes to that stuff. So we don't think he's going to do that. But yeah, I love it. And then so shout out to Brother Why So Serious for sending this trailer over. But did you see the Street Fighter trailer?
I didn't watch all of it. I watched like the first few seconds, then I kind of turned it off. I saw and I saw all the cast images, and I was
But
just like,
well, man, the main thing is because it's a teaser, but the castings. What are your thoughts on everybody? How do you feel this movie's gonna go? 50 Cent.
I think overall, I know people say this about a lot of movies, like, oh, it's either gonna be really good or really bad. I think this is one of those movies you can definitely say it's either gonna be. I don't. I think it's either gonna be really bad or serviceable. I personally don't think it's gonna be all that great. Like, I don't think it's gonna be all that great. I think it's gonna be either really bad or barely serviceable, just personally. Because I'm thinking about like some of the Mortal Kombat movies. Like they're interesting, a few of them, but some of them I'm like, this is not
I
all that
think
great.
I definitely feel what you're saying. I think because my mind was just like, okay, with movies like this, because this isn't the first time they made like a Street Fighter movie. But the problem, especially with those early movies of '90s movies, they try to take themselves too serious. This is a fucking video game movie where people look ridiculous in the movie fighting.
Insane.
So if they lean into that, if you embrace that, which it seems like they are in these castings in the trailer, I think it'll be fine. I don't think it's trying to make no money. I think it's just trying to have name actors play these well-known characters in this IP, and it's just people fight. If it stays true to that, we don't need this intricate plot. We don't need you don't need this groundbreaking story. Just something followable and niggas fighting. And if the fight scenes are good, because that's where another thing where this movie could really excel in. If the fight scenes, animation, if there's or the visual effects, like if it doesn't take you out the movie, then that's where you have a movie like The Running Man, where it knows this is ridiculous, but
Yeah.
everything shot about it is great. So it's like it's one of those things where we're not expecting to make bankroll, but just something that's fun to watch. And I think this movie will be very fun to watch,
Yeah.
just
Something
off the
that gets
trailer.
people talking. And then with all that traction, then we can potentially make more money just because people talking about it so much.
And then it's just like they're probably like, why not? I mean, Mortal Kombat, that first movie was ass, or at least the first remake. That first movie was not good. They're getting the second one, and it seems like in this second one they're learning from the mistakes of the first, where they're leaning into the characters that will name characters, like not just some random characters we have no lore on. So leaning into those characters and just Mortal Kombat is just niggas fighting and niggas looking cool fighting. That's what Street Fighter is. So if you lean into that, don't give me no intricate plot. Lean into that. Fight scenes have to be on point, and lean into the ridiculousness.
Hadouken.
Exactly. And then you got to have those.
Sure you can.
And I also like, this might sound crazy, but I don't think it is. Like, they're not like whitewashing these actors that are clearly not white. Like, they have an Asian Ryu. They have an Asian, what's the other, Ken? Or no, he white, but Ryu, everyone else, like all the characters are, you know, within their ethnicity,
Yeah.
respectfully. And then I didn't even realize they had Roman Reigns playing Akuma.
Yeah. I saw that. I said,
And then Cody Rhodes playing Gilly. Like you see that? Like, come on. That's what I want. That's what I want in a Street Fighter movie. Go all in. Don't be scary. And then, I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't realize he was in that too. Um, Polka Dot Man. He's in there as M Bison.
yeah, they got what's his name? What's the comedian that was in
Oh, Eric Andre.
yeah, I think he in there too, right?
He is Don Savage. Oh, and Andrew Schultz.
That's random as hell.
Well, he's on this casting list. So on all like they got the names. Shang-Chi. Kun Lee. That's some good rice right
Good rice.
there. Some good rice. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm just remembered that. I'm like, damn, that did come out. We gotta talk about that. That's everything I can think of.
Yeah. The only other thing major was they did the Green Lantern teaser
Did see that? Yeah,
spot. That was a few, I think like 30 seconds maybe.
yeah,
I watched it. I mean, it wasn't nothing going on, honestly.
yeah.
I
Hal
mean,
Jordan rolls out of car. We see the lantern ring. Nothing really to sneeze at. We didn't see any lantern suits. We know it's Earth based, so they're not probably gonna be doing a lot of space shit. At least not this season. I don't expect them to go into space until let's call this right now. Over under number of scenes where they're in space. Or so, where we're in space. Like we as the audience. They
okay.
show people in space. I think it's less than 4 times.
And we're talking any scene, even if it's a flashback,
Any scene.
any scene, is it over under 4? That
Over
was the
under
line.
4.5, I'm going less than 4.5. I don't think we're in space at all until like the end.
I can see them doing. I'm gonna say over, only because I can see them doing like a couple flashbacks and them having them them having those flashbacks in space or in like somewhere that's not Earth. So I'm gonna say over. Okay. But I think they're gonna be early. I think they're gonna be like early to mid of the season. I think later on in the season it'll be that's when it's just like, well, we ain't caring about space for real until the last episode.
Yeah. Yeah. So moving on, going to get into that infamous bag. Please drop that music. Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, bag of beef, bag. All right, Feet, I think you had this episode's Getting Our Bag for today.
All right, so for my Getting Our Bag question, you are going to blind rank 10 things.
Oh, shit.
And this is just blind ranking 10 things in general. Okay, so for the first thing, we're going to say One Piece, the anime.
2.
Okay. Yeah, One Piece at 2. Okay, so the next thing, we have the assassination of Franz Ferdinand. So that started World War I.
Holy shit! You know, you know what? I'm gonna put that's like a top 5 world event. I'm gonna put that at 5.
Okay. Next thing.
I like this.
Next thing we have is turtles. So just turtles in general.
Oh, that's 1.
Okay. You know, next we have the Red Wedding.
Ooh, man, that was crazy. I'd say I'd put that at 4.
Okay. So next thing we have is rush hour traffic.
That's a 10. That's terrible. That's bottom. That's someone that we know. Being in Houston, that shit ass.
That rush hour traffic crazy. So just to tell you real quick, so you have Turtles at 1, you have One Piece at 2, you have the assassination of Franz Ferdinand at 5, you have the Red Wedding at 4, and then rush hour traffic at 10. So next we have 9/11.
You know, so my thing, am I ranking like what I think is?
You just blind ranking 1 through 10.
Ranking? That's like number 3, dude. Like
That's number 3.
We gotta think like that changed so much about this country. We were never the same after 9/11. That's like a top 3
should be
event
like
that
10.
happened. Huh?
I think 9/11 should be like 10. It's pretty bad thing.
I'm thinking like I'm thinking listing like Impact.
Okay.
That had like a top 3 impact on this country.
Okay, you still have 6, 7, 8, and 9 available.
Okay.
So next thing we have is summertime.
That's 6. Summertime, people dressing less. Oh, people are around that time. People are more comfortable. They're, in their summer buys. The sundresses come out, and it's a great time of year to be in.
Okay, next we have Ace's death in One Piece.
You said what?
Ace's death in One Piece.
That's like that hurt. That hurt. I'm gonna say I'm gonna safely put that at 8. But man, so we have 7 and 9 left.
Mm-hmm. So next one you have is Canes.
I'm okay with putting Canes at 9.
Okay. And then last one you have is The Code. So that will be at 8.
I definitely would switch The Code with Canes because I hate The Code. It's like 4 degrees right now where I'm at, but I made the list.
Yeah. So to reread the list, you have Turtles at 1, One Piece at 2, 9/11 at 3, The Red Wedding at 4, The Assassination of Franz Ferdinand at 5, Summertime at 6, Ace's death at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Code at 8, Canes at 9, and then Rush Hour Traffic at 10. So
let us know what y'all think of my ranking in the comments below.
Oh my!
We definitely got to clip that. But hey, I didn't have to get our bad question. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into the redacted rule. Redacted rule for me this is just my reminder to layer up. It's that time of year, and put some air in them tires because I know they low.
The redacted rule for me is remember to take your vitamins. The weather's changing constantly a lot. You can get sick fast if you don't take your vitamins. You don't be proactive in your health. So take your vitamins. Do some push-ups, sit-ups every night. I'm saying that because I haven't done my push-ups and sit-ups in a minute. So it's a reminder to myself to stay on the program.
With that being said, it's been another great episode. We appreciate everybody. It's been your boy Data Dane.
It's been your boy Wafik.
And we out.
Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, I'm step with a fan, keep it all of the hoes on mute. Pull apart, could be yellow with a brew. 48 for a quick burst. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cube. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice, it'll drop like Shane came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Paramounts came with a mate. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Then you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a Mexico making Alfredo. I put up